Today I'm going to tell you about the best upgrade I've done for my Harley so far and what I consider to be one of the best that pretty much anybody can do on their Harley or Indian motorcycles. Now, not only will this give you an aesthetic upgrade, but it's also going to boost the functionality of your bike as well. And of course, I'm talking about the LED headlamp. Now, the one from Harley is pretty decent actually, but I went with the True Beam from Custom Dynamics, and I'm really glad I did. So essentially what I was gonna do is do this test where I normally just compare the lights side by side on the roads that I normally ride, but we actually planned a trip to Tennessee, so I'm gonna be able to give you some real world footage of what I was able to see, or as close as the camera will pick that up, and show you what kind of difference this light actually made. Now, installing this thing is as easy as it gets for motorcycle parts. You literally pull the windshield, pull the fairing, loosen a couple of bolts, and that's it. Plug and play installation, unplug the OEM, plug in the new one, boom, put everything back together, you're good to go. It is super simple. And what I did is Custom Dynamics sent me one of their tri-bar lights as well. So all the touring bikes have that tri-bar in the rear fender, which just acts as a running light, but I took Custom Dynamics, put theirs in. By the way, theirs goes in much easier than the OEM Harley one comes out because it's a little bit smaller of a unit, and now I have a dual function brake and running light back there. Now, what makes this thing so special is obviously you have the daytime running lights that are the halos and the wings on the side of the halos. But these halos actually work as a dual function as well for your turn signals. You have 4 LEDs for your high beam and 4 for your low beam. 3200 lumens for low and 3100 lumens on high. So this was the first time in the mountains on a motorcycle, and I can tell you I was taking it a little bit easy, but the problem wasn't what I was able to see. It was just unfamiliar roads at that point. But let me tell you, the headlight worked really well. Now what I noticed is that I get more of a broader spectrum of light, if you will. So it seems like the Harley one kind of centralizes more, whereas the Custom Dynamics gives you more light from lane to lane, if you will. You know, definitely more light on the sides there and a good amount of light up in front of you. We actually pulled over and I asked my buddy Mike at one point, I said, hey, is that too much light on you? And he said, dude, I'm not gonna lie, that thing is freaking bright. So I felt fairly comfortable driving through the mountains for the first time at night, right? So I still took it kind of slow, but at the same time, dude, it was not an issue with being able to see. Now, unfortunately, the GoPro isn't gonna see as much as I will, but I upped the exposure a little bit, and I think you'll get a good idea of how good this light actually is. And of course, we want to be seen in the daytime as well. Those 2 halos bring a lot of attention to the front of the bike. Plus you have the dual purpose. If you end up upgrading the turn signals to Custom Dynamics, then of course, you know, all of the light matches. So the ability to be seen and the ability to see more and clearer is obviously what this upgrade is all about. And I am a huge fan of the way this looks. So I'll leave a link to Custom Dynamics down below if you want to check out the exact light that I put into my Road Glide, if you want to check out one for yourself as well. Big thanks to those guys again for sending it out so I could see the difference between the stock headlight and also the True Beam there. By the way, when I use the stock headlight footage, I actually use my buddy's Road Glide Limited because I actually put this Mean Mug unit on mine, or this Mean Mug applique, so I didn't want to take away any light while I was showing that difference there. And the difference is pretty incredible. Big thanks again, see you in the next one, and as always, hold them down.